Hello, it's good to see you. Today we are just going to talk. I'm just going to ramble. I'm going to tell you about the insane week I'm having. I took a break for a couple of days, and honestly, even if I had not decided to take a break, I would have had to take one anyway because of the way this week has gone so far. I can finally see the light at the end of the tunnel. I kind of feel like I'm approaching the finish line of this ridiculous week, and I'm really glad because it's been just a culmination of just stressful stuff. It's just built up and built up and built up over the last couple of months, really. And it's all just kind of come to a head in the last, just since Monday, really, honestly. Probably Monday morning was when it was like the last straw. Okay, well, I have several things going on all at once. I've been working on refinancing my house. My kids just started back to doing online school, and that was a little rocky. It's starting to calm down a little bit, fortunately. But the biggest thing for me has been the fact that I'm changing jobs. Now, I know a lot of YouTubers don't have other jobs, and that's cool, I guess. But I like having a day job, and that's, I just prefer. I mean, I don't think I would ever not have that. It gives me good balance to my life. I think if I just made videos, I would feel like I needed something else. So, but yeah, I wasn't looking for a job. I wasn't looking to change jobs, but I was approached by a different company, and they said, look, we think you do great work. We're looking for someone to hire to be in-house for us to do this. So what do you think? And I said, well, I wasn't really thinking about changing jobs. And they said, well, we'll make it worth your while. And so I said, tell me more. And they made me an audit review. So I thought it was going to be a pretty smooth transition, and it would have been, except for the fact that, and no, this wasn't anticipated, but so I go into work Monday morning. First thing Monday morning, I mean, literally, I had not even set my purse down on my desk, and we have this big project. It would be really great if you could take care of this before you go. Now, normally, this kind of project takes about 2 weeks. It has to be done by noon Friday, so I had like 4.5 days to do it. And I said, this week was supposed to be just tying up loose ends, finishing up stuff so that the next person that comes in won't have to do it. I don't like leaving stuff undone when I leave a job. I like to try to finish everything. And I said, but this week, I was really going to try to do that. They said, don't worry about it. Don't worry about any of that stuff. Just make a list of whatever you don't finish, and it'll be handled. If you would just get this done, that would be great. It would be really wonderful. And I've always said, when you leave a job, don't burn bridges. It may be tempting. I could just say to them, look, I don't even work here anymore as of Friday afternoon. I'm no longer employed here. So, because Friday is my last day. And because I've had to work so many hours on this project this week, I'm going to have to leave. I'm not going to be able to stay all day Friday. So it's due at noon, but I was probably planning on leaving by 12 or 1 o'clock anyway, because I will have hit the maximum number of hours I can work. I could just say, do it yourself. I don't care. But I find it's good to not burn bridges when you leave a job, because you never know when those people might pop up again in the future. They may be the friend of a person interviewing you somewhere else, and they may talk about you to this person, and then you never know how it could affect you. So even if you do it for your own best interest, I find it's good to not do that. Don't tell them to take their job and shove it or anything like that. So I said, well, okay, I will do it. I will go ahead and do it, and I'll make a list of everything I don't get done. So everything's fine. But okay, so that was the first thing Monday. It was like 8 o'clock Monday morning. So they bring it to me, and I'm looking at it. I'm going, oh my God, what did I agree to do? It was way, way more involved than I expected it to be. So, but I'd already said I'd do it. I said, I can do it. I like a challenge. It's all right. So I have been working and working and working. And then my kids last week they were doing online school, but it was mainly just kind of an orientation. They didn't really have a lot of work. With this week, they started getting actual work. So I've had to go to work and then come home and, do whatever I can to help them with that. Fortunately, they kind of, they know what they're doing. They don't really need me to do much, which is good. If they were younger, I don't know how I would be doing this right now. Honestly, I don't know. I don't know how I would have gotten through this. But, so I've been working really hard on that. And I think I'm going to get done. I had to leave early today so that I would have enough hours to go back tomorrow and do the final wrap up and get it submitted. So that has taken up a lot of my time, and it's been extremely stressful because at the same time I've been in communication with the new company, and I'm going to be working remotely. I'm going to be working from home exclusively. I won't be going to an office. They don't even have an office here. They're out of state. And I've been trying to get my home office set up. I've had some glitches with that. I've got to talk to their IT people. I have an appointment to do a video conference with them. I have to be home at 2 o'clock on Friday afternoon to do a video conference so they can help me get my computer set up. I'm stressed about that. And then first thing Monday morning, we have our orientation, which is also online. We're doing that, and I'm going to have to learn. They have different software. They have different programs and stuff, so I'm not familiar with those. I'm going to have to go through training to do that. And so there's going to be a learning curve, but it's good because I like to learn new things. In fact, I have to hurry up here because I'm leaving to go to my dad's house in Virginia as soon as I get done here to learn how to use a router. Not like the electronic, like for the internet or whatever, but like the tool, a router, like woodworking. I'm going to learn how to do that because I have to do, I've been doing all these interior doors. That's another thing I've been working on is the doors. I finally got them all painted and they're ready to go. But where the hinge is attached to the door, it has to be routed out so it's flush when you put the hinge there. So I told my dad about it, and I have the template. I bought the template to do the hinges, to route it out. And he said he had an extra router. He said, I don't know why, but I have two. I said, of course you do. He said, do you want a router? I said, I guess. I don't know that I'll ever need it again. So yeah, that's what I'm doing this afternoon. Going to Virginia to learn how to use a router, and then I'm going to bring it home, and I have to get my interior doors ready to be. We're going to put them up and take the old ones down and put up we have 4 doors to replace. So I got to do that. I don't know how to use a router. I'm going to get to go learn how to use a router today. So I have been. I didn't realize how stressed out I was, although I had gotten to the point, and I've been this way every night this week, Monday night, Tuesday night, and last night. I keep waking up about every hour all night, and when I get really stressed and anxious, I wake up a lot, and I've been waking up about every hour, just my heart just pounding, like I wake up thinking that I've overslept for something, or I fell asleep without meaning to, and I've missed something, and I have these dreams where I'm running behind, and it's just, I wake up more tired than I was when I went to bed. It's like going to bed is stressful because I keep waking up thinking I'm late for something. So, yeah, that's when my attitude really comes out. I mean, I'm a bit of a smart aleck. I always have been, and I know a lot of people don't like that. I can't help it. I just, I try to rein it in and keep it to myself. But when I get really stressed, it just comes out because I'm so frustrated with everything. I feel like a lab rat in an experiment because it's just so much right now. And I've been trying to refinance my house. That's the other thing that's been stressing me out. I've been trying to refinance my house since the first week of June. I was working with this one company. We'll call them Suck It Mortgage. So Suck It was supposed to help me with my refinance. I've worked with Suck It before with no problems. Well, this time, see, the rate that I have right now for my house is 4.65, which is good. But I was talking to Glenda the Good Witch, my current ex, and he said right now is a really good time to refinance. I just refinanced my house, and he just bought a condo in the mountains, and he did that and the refinance on his house, and it got really, really amazing rates. And he said, you should look into it. I said, okay. So I called Suck It, and they gave me a rate for a 20-year mortgage of 2.99, which is really good. It's going to save me a lot of money in interest. So, and no points or anything. So I've been working with them starting back in the first week of June. And they kept asking for documents, like you do. I mean, you have to submit like bank statements, W-2s, tax returns, all that kind of stuff, check stubs. Well, it went a little beyond the normal. Now, I will tell you, in my lifetime, I've bought 3 houses. I've done 2 refinances. And I kind of know how the process goes. This is not normal. And they say it is. They said that there was nothing out of the ordinary about it. I disagree. And I was told I had an attitude because I don't agree. But I guess it was the way I said it. But they asked for 6 years of tax returns, 3 years of bank statements. I had to submit check stubs for the entire year, like going all the way back to January 1st. Not only that, I had to resubmit my tax returns. So I sent it in the first time. And they send you these to-do lists of documents and things that they need for your application. I keep getting these to-do lists, and I'll do it, and then I'll get another one, and I'll do it, and I'll get another one, and it was endless. I ended up submitting something like 70 different documents for this application. Now, some of them were duplicates because they told me to resubmit, and that was weird. I had to resubmit my tax returns twice, so I had 3 copies of my tax returns. And it was never ending. I would get to-do lists on like Sunday morning. I would get a new to-do list, and they were calling me on the weekend and asking me, are you going to submit this? Well, you submitted this, but we also need this, 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 and this, and what's going to be on your next to-do list. And finally, I just got frustrated. I mean, this went on for 2 months, and it got to the point that the locked rate expired. It went on so long, and there was no end in sight. They were still asking for lists and lists of documents. And finally, there's a place on their portal where you can submit a message, and you can type it like a little message. And I was very frustrated because I had just gotten a new to-do list with a whole bunch of extra stuff they wanted. And I just said, I won't be surprised if the next to-do list says that you need my firstborn child, because this is ridiculous. In my opinion, I think this is excessive. I've bought houses, I've done refinancings before, and I've never run into anything like this. They checked my credit twice. So I now have 2 credit checks in 2 months on my report. And I asked them about it, and they said it was standard procedure. I said, why do you need to check it twice? I have almost perfect credit. My credit score is like 820 something. And they said, well, we just had to do that. Sorry. And I had to resubmit. So it's very frustrating is what I'm getting at. And so then one day, this was right at the beginning of August. I remember because it was early on a Saturday morning. It was like 7:30 Saturday morning. And the guy better be glad I was awake when he called me. He called me, the guy from Suckett called me, and he goes, yeah, look, I was reading, and this was right after I left that note about my firstborn child. And he said, yeah, I saw your note. I just wanted to let you know that I'm not going to tell the underwriter that you put that in there. I'm going to remove that note because I don't want the underwriter to think you're a bad person. I said, why do you think the underwriter would think that? He said, well, you do come across with a little bit of an attitude. I said, well, my opinion is this is excessive. I just think in my opinion, you're asking for an excessive amount of stuff for this refinance. And the rate lock is about to expire, and honestly, I'm at a point where I just want to give up. I don't even want to do it anymore. He said, well, you want to save money, don't you? I said, I do, but it seems like no matter how much I send you, you just ask for more and more and more, and it never ends. I'm having to resubmit things, and then they started asking for hard copies. They wanted a hard copy of my last 2 years of tax returns. They wanted hard copies of my check stubs, which I don't have because they're electronic. I don't get a paper check for my job. It's just deposited into my bank. And he said, well, we need hard copies. I said, why do you need hard copies of this stuff? I don't know what they were getting at. And he said, well, I'm not going to tell the underwriter what you said because you just come across as a little Well, go attitude, and I don't want it to impact their decision on your refinance. So that's why I'm calling you, is to tell you that I'm not going to let the underwriter see that you said that. I said, I don't care if the underwriter sees that I said that. I don't care. And I don't care about any of this anymore, to be honest with you. He didn't see the problem, but anyway, I was so frustrated. I was so mad that I texted Glenda, the good witch. I said, you will not believe the amount of stuff they're asking for. He said, are you still trying to do that refinance? I thought you would have been done by now, because it went from the beginning of June to the beginning of August, 2 months of constant document requests and resubmission requests and hard copy requests. And he said, are you still doing that? I said, yeah, and we're nowhere near being done. I mean, they haven't even mentioned a closing at this point. I don't know how long this is going to go on. He said, that is insane. And I named some of the things that they requested. He said, that is just really weird. I said, that's what I thought. I thought it was weird. I said, did you have to give anybody hard copies of stuff? He said, no. I said, well, that's what they're asking for. And again, like I said, I've been through this process before. I've never had this happen. So he said, you know what? You need to work with the people I'm working with. I said, you're not working with Suckett? He said, no, I'm not working with them. It's this other company. He said, he gave me the name of the lady that he was working with. He said, call her and get her to tell you what they can do for you. I'm so glad I did that. I'm so glad, because so I called her. I thought, what can it hurt? Just get a little information. It can't hurt anything. So I called her. I got a 30-year mortgage, which I hope to pay off early. A 30-year mortgage at 2.5. No points, no nothing. 2.5. Oh, that's going to save me, compared to what I have right now. It's going to save me over $200 a month in interest. It is amazing. To over $200 a month. So I'm really happy about that. And the good thing was that I already had all the documents saved on my computer. So I could just, like, here, take it. And it went so smoothly. But then I got stressed, because then I found out that Fannie Mae or Freddie Mac or whatever, they were going to start charging a fee. I can't remember what it was, on refinances. Anybody refinancing, they were going to charge a fee. They're trying to get in on this, because a lot of people are refinancing because the rates are so good. But if you could close before September 1st, you would not incur that fee. So then I'm stressed, like, oh crap, I want to get done before the end of this month. I want to close by the end of this month to avoid that fee. So I was really stressed about that. But fortunately, I was able to go, what day was it? Tuesday afternoon. I went and was able to sign all the closing documents. Thank God. So I got my rate. I got it. It's all done. It was so easy. And they didn't ask for an inordinate amount of stuff. It was like just the standard stuff. They took it and we're done. It was really weird though when I went to the attorney's office to sign all the closing documents. All right, so I get there and they're in this big building. I go up to the building and there's a note on the door. And it says, go back to your car and call us. I'm like, okay. So I go back to my car and I call them. They said, oh, we bring the paperwork to you. You have to fill it out in your car, because we're not allowing, because, coronavirus, we're not letting people come in. Like, whatever. I don't care. Let's just get this done. So I had to sit in my car. Fortunately, they didn't bring me anything to put the papers on. Fortunately, I had a notepad in there, something to put everything on. So, because you have to, sign 1,000 different things, an initial and date and sign. And I didn't care. I don't care. Whatever it takes. I just want to be done. And I was worried. I wasn't going to, I was at work and I thought, I got to go to the closing. Fortunately, it wasn't too far from where I was. But I said, I got to go. So I'm stressed and trying to hurry up. And then I had to go back to work. And then, my son had an orthodontist appointment this morning at 7 a.m. because I'm insane. I scheduled it 6 weeks ago, and 7 a.m. didn't sound too bad 6 weeks ago, but this morning it was awful because I didn't sleep last night. And then I had to get up and get him to the orthodontist appointment by 7. Fortunately, there were no problems. That was good. And everything is fine, so that was good. But this has been I have not rested this week. I have not recuperated. I have had no downtime. And it's probably not going to get any, maybe this weekend. I don't know. But Tuesday morning was bad. It was really bad because I have not slept. I had not slept well the night before. My alarm went off Tuesday morning. And I'm laying there in the bed, just exhausted. But I had this idea. All of a sudden, this idea popped into my head for a video. And it was one that I've never seen anybody do. And I thought, if I can find a way to make that work, that might actually be a cool idea to try. And I was feeling really good for the first time in a while. I was feeling really good about something. I wasn't stressed. I was feeling pretty good. I thought, that's a neat idea if I can make it work. I got to get some stuff, but I think I can do it. That might be, and a lot of the stuff I do, I don't know how it's going to go. I just get an idea and I try it. Well, with the washcloth video, the magic towels, I needed water to do it in, and I could have done it in the kitchen sink downstairs, but because of the layout of the counter and the sink, it's very hard to position the camera in the way I wanted to over the sink. I mean, it can be done, but I just couldn't get it the way I wanted it. So I thought, well, that's not going to work. Got to do it some other way. So what I ended up doing was I had that big Tupperware container. It was my mother's. And I thought, now that's the biggest container I had. I said, now that is big enough. You can just set that up on your little table. I did it up here in my room. Just set it on the table, and you can do it that way. And I ended up with a backache because I had to stoop over to do it. I was stooped the whole time, and my back was killing me. It was still hurting the next morning. And so that was okay. That was the night before the idea I had, and I uploaded it. And then, see, all my videos are being manually reviewed because somebody reported me for the shirt in my lamb cake video. So what I do is I upload the video and then I have to wait for it to be manually reviewed, which can take anywhere from 20 minutes to 2 hours. So I uploaded it and then I had to wait and wait and wait. It was almost an hour that I had to wait. I couldn't go to bed. I wanted to wait and see if it was approved or not. My videos will be manually reviewed for 2 weeks. And there's nothing I can do about it because my shirt offended people. I'm going to keep wearing my shirt. I don't care. So finally it was approved so I could go to bed. I wanted to know before I went to bed if it was going to be approved or not. So then I probably went to bed about 1 a.m. And then my alarm goes off at 7 o'clock. And then I had the cool idea. So I'm laying there thinking, that's neat. And I'm feeling really good. And then I look on YouTube and I'm looking at the comments, and there's Beavis and Butthead. Basically, I just read it in Butthead's voice. It looks like a toilet, or like somebody from Idiocracy. Water? I got the toilet? And it just crawled all over me for some reason. It was just like the last straw. Like, I'm tired. I have no mental capacity to give a crap anymore. It's like I have nothing left for anyone. And I don't think my response was that bad, but apparently it was. I don't. No. No, it was the night before I left some comments. And I don't think they were snarky. A couple of people said it looks like a toilet to me. It's a white Tupperware bowl. I don't see a toilet when I look at it, but maybe it's like a Rorschach test. Like if you see a toilet, maybe that says something, or if you don't see a toilet. I don't know. But once you know what something is, I guess because I know it's not a toilet, like why would I be doing that in a toilet? That's just it ticked me off. This week has been something. So it just really chapped my ass that people said that for some reason. It just, and I said something like, there's no drain hole. Where's the water gonna go? Do toilets where you live have a drain? I mean, how does that work? I'm genuinely curious. And because I said that, people responded and said, well, you're being a bitch, aren't you? That's kind of nasty, Mary. Maybe you shouldn't be such a bitch to people. I don't think I was being nasty or a drama queen or a bitch. I was just genuinely curious what kind of toilets do you have that don't drain? I mean, it's, when I look at it, I see a container. I mean, I don't know how you see that, but it was the last straw. It was the last straw. And about once a year, I feel this way about YouTube. I just get to where it's like, I don't like it anymore. I don't want to do this for a little bit. And with everything else I had going on, even if I hadn't said I was taking a break for a day or two, I would have had to anyway. I don't think I could have done anything last night or the night before. It seems like, you go to all this trouble to try to come up with ideas, and you do whatever you got to do to make them happen, and then you get Beavis and Butthead Idiocracy Extra commenting on it, and it just irritates me. And I'm a bit of a smartass. I don't mean to be. I always have been. Ever since I could talk, I've been a smart aleck. I have been backhanded many times by my mother for it. If you set up a zinger, I'm probably going to go for it. It's nothing personal, but if you say something that tees up a good snarky comment, I'm probably going to say it. I don't know that that's ever going to change, and it really bothers some people. I know it does, but I'm not a Stepford wife. And if you know anything about Southern women, we do tend to be a bit smartassy. We're a little sassy, and I don't know. It's something in the water, I guess. I don't know what it is, but basically, people can say whatever they want to me, and all I'm allowed to do is smile and say, "Please, sir, may I have another? Thank you so much." It's so sweet of you to say that. Thank you. That's all I'm allowed to do, and if I do anything else, then I'm the bitch. But I guess that's just going to be what I am. But yeah, I do have an idea, and then I had another idea that I want to do. I just don't have the energy to do it right now. I just don't. I need to get through, because I got to wrap up everything with this project on my old job, which hopefully I can do tomorrow by noon, because I have to submit it by 12 tomorrow. So I got to do that. And then tomorrow afternoon, I have to do the conference with the IT people to get my computer at home set up. I've been trying to get my little office set up. Got my little home office set up downstairs. Got my little desk and my monitor and my little computer. And yeah, I've been busy. It's awesome. I think it's going to work out. I have a positive outlook, a very positive feeling about this whole change of job. It's just going to be a little rocky getting used to everything, because they do things a little differently than the company where I work now. So we'll see how that goes. But yeah, let me get through this job change and get comfy with my new job and my new setup. I'm just gonna be working from home from now on, which I thought about this on the way home today. I thought, what about the outfits of the week videos? I think I'm going to keep doing them, even though, I'll be honest with you, if I'm working from home, I'm not dressing up to go sit downstairs in my kitchen and work at a computer where no one's going to see me except my cats and my kids, and they don't care what I wear. I'm not going to dress up. But see, we can still put together outfits, because I don't want to get out of practice. I still want to be able to put stuff together. So I still want to do outfits of the week for y'all. If you want to see them, it would have to be with the understanding that I'm probably not going to wear them because I don't have anywhere to wear them now. I guess I could wear them in the grocery store, which I would be totally fine with. But I can still put together outfits and show them to you. That whole process will be the same. Yeah, so it's going to be a major change for me. But I think it's good because, like I said, my kids are doing online school. It would be good if I could be here more. If they need help with anything, I would be right here. And who knows how long we're going to do that. Right now they're just saying 9 weeks, but I have a feeling it's going to go on longer than that. They're going to get to the end of the 9 weeks and extend it. They're going to be doing online school for a while. I can already tell you that. I don't care what they say. That's what's going to happen. So I just wanted to give y'all a little bit of an update, and I appreciate all the nice things that y'all said, and those of y'all that thought I was a grouchy, crabby, hateful person for saying it doesn't look like a toilet. What kind of toilet do you have that looks like a toilet? I'm sorry you feel that way. I'm a smart ass, and I'm always going to be one, you know. I'm going to be that one little old lady at the nursing home that just makes remarks to people that walk by. Yeah, that's probably going to be me. And that's not going to change. If you're looking for somebody that just smiles all the time and, you know, is fine with whatever, I'm probably not the right person for you to watch. So, anyway, I am going to go change clothes. I'm going to go put on some work clothes because I'm going to be in, my dad has a machine shop, and he has a woodworking shop. And I'm probably going to be in the woodworking shop. So I'm going to change out of these nice clothes. I'm going to put on something else. And I'm going to go learn how to use the router. My dad just got some kittens. Oh, they're so cute. They're about the size of Olive. I should take Olive up there for a play date. They're so cute. He has this one cat. He's solid black. It's funny, though. He has yellow eyes. And he has one white hair right on the back of his head. Like, why does he have that one? I don't know. And the other one is black and white, kind of like colored like a cow, kind of. And that it's smaller, and that's a male and female, and they're so cute. So I like to go up there and see them too. So anyway, I'm gonna go learn to use a router, and hopefully I will be back again soon. If I survive the rest of this week, I should be, and maybe I can start working on that idea I had. So anyway, thank you so much for watching. I hope that you have a great day, and I will see you again soon.